Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Xinhua, Donald Trump has issued a severe warning to Iran, stating that 1,000 missiles are currently aimed at the country. He emphasized that thousands more missiles would immediately follow in response should Iran act on its threat to assassinate him. This statement underscores the escalating tensions between Trump and the Iranian leadership, highlighting his readiness for massive military retaliation in the event of any direct attempt on his life. According to a report by Lianhe Zhaobao, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and New Zealand Prime Minister Christopher Luxon announced the elevation of their bilateral relationship to a strategic partnership during Modi's official visit to Auckland. This milestone event marks the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister to New Zealand in 40 years, the last being Rajiv Gandhi's visit in 1986. The two leaders emphasized their shared democratic values, deep cultural connections, and common interests in maintaining stability within the Indo-Pacific region. As part of their growing security alignment, the two nations signed a defense cooperation agreement and committed to closer maritime security collaboration. However, Modi's visit comes at a complex time for New Zealand's domestic politics. The country has seen a rise in anti-India sentiment linked to growing immigration numbers, which has sparked intense debate over border controls. Additionally, negotiations regarding a potential bilateral free trade agreement have caused political friction within New Zealand's ruling coalition. This trip was the final leg of Modi's 6-day tour, which also included visits to Indonesia and Australia. According to a report by Lianhe Zhaobao, the Israeli government has responded to a request from the United States by ordering its military to temporarily suspend sensitive military operations in southern Lebanon. The Israeli Public Broadcasting Corporation reported that this directive will remain in effect until further notice, with future arrangements depending on developments between the U.S. and Iran, as well as the progress of Israel-Lebanon negotiations. The U.S., currently occupied with military confrontations against Iran, reportedly concerns that Israeli actions could further escalate regional tensions. An Israeli security source confirmed that the military is exercising restraint at the request of the U.S. Furthermore, Israeli forces are expected to begin withdrawing from two designated security zones in southern Lebanon as early as next week, in line with a framework agreement reached in Washington in late June. The two nations are also projected to resume negotiations in Rome, Italy, next week to discuss ongoing regional security and diplomatic resolutions. According to Xinhua, a tragic small plane crash in the Bahamas on July 10th has claimed the lives of all 10 people on board, including 9 passengers and 1 pilot. The aircraft, operated by domestic carrier Flamingo Air, crashed on North Andros, an island situated west of the Bahamian capital of Nassau. Bahamian Commissioner of Police Shanta Knowles confirmed during a press conference that rescue teams located one individual at the crash site who initially showed signs of life, but they were unfortunately later pronounced dead. Police investigators have been sent to Andros Island to launch a full investigation into the cause of the disaster. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Authority of the Bahamas stated that preliminary reports indicate the flight had departed from Lynden Pindling International Airport in Nassau. The aircraft was en route to San Andros Airport when it encountered undisclosed difficulties shortly before landing, ultimately crashing into nearby brush. In the Bahamas, an archipelago consisting of over 700 islands and new 1,400 cays, small aircraft are a critical mode of daily transportation. According to a report by Al Jazeera, the United States is pushing Iran to issue a public statement declaring that the Strait of Hormuz remains open for all commercial shipping and that it will not target commercial vessels passing through the vital waterway. This demand comes amid heightened tensions, with U.S. President Donald Trump declaring that the ceasefire and previous Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, are over. Despite this escalation, Washington has signaled that it remains open to continuing diplomatic talks with Tehran. Meanwhile, Iran's foreign ministry has warned that any breach of U.S. commitments under the MOU will be met with reciprocal actions. International observers, including the International Energy Agency, have warned that renewed hostilities between the two nations pose a significant threat to global oil supply recoveries. In an attempt to de-escalate the crisis, Qatari negotiators have traveled to Tehran in a bid to get diplomatic efforts back on track. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.